Well, and someone made fun of me in the comments because you guys should have a dress code.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you remember?
So you replied to it, I think. You guys should
Someone
have a
replied
dress
to it.
code.
And then what was the reply?
I think
It
you
was just
replied
like
with
a
a shrug
shrugging
emoji.
emoji.
Oh,
Yeah.
shrug emoji.
You guys need to have a dress code.
I figured it was
what?
one of your
What
trolling
dress code?
friends.
I was debating whether to show up in a suit and tie, just to be like, you guys said you wanted.
That's reserved for the Jimmies. Thank you very much.
Jimmies. Yes.
Yes. It's the program for the week of October 20th through 26th. I'm Daniel Montoya Jr. for General Effect Media, and we are joined after a nice, calm, well, maybe not so calm, frenzied hiatus. We have the truth. He's back with probably more truthiness for us, Aaron Blackley. And then if there was a weekend for hot takes, I'm sure Hot Take Willie's got him. William Bradfield. We're looking forward to the truth of hot takes, the hot takes of truth that you are going to bring forth for us tonight. What did we do this weekend? I will tell you that, so I'm old, so I wear an Oura ring, and it said that I had very high stress levels last night from about 6:30 to 10:30-ish. I don't know. The Heart Attack Horns did it to us again. They won, snatching victory from the jaws of defeat, huh, Willie?
Yep. I almost punched a wall.
Oh, man,
Not really, but
I think a lot of the Longhorn fans were. But what were you doing this weekend?
I was going to be at Waco.
I was
but
there.
some family stuff came up, and
Oh,
I
I'm
wasn't
sorry.
able to.
Boy,
to
you really set me up on that one. I was going to question your commitment to band, and you go,
No.
then we had
Family
to. All right, so what'd you do? Stay home in the local Austin area?
I was able to watch finals at home,
Oh, okay.
so I got to experience all of that.
Right on, right out. And what about you, buddy? What you been doing?
I celebrated my mom's birthday.
Happy birthday, Mama Blackley.
Yes.
Okay, you can't be too certain in these 2020s. Fourth wave feminism and all.
It's great.
Anyway, what's up? So what'd you do? Where'd you go? Cheesecake Factory?
I went to my mom's house.
Oh, you didn't go to a restaurant?
No, she wanted burgers, so we made burgers.
From?
We cooked them.
Oh, okay.
Scratch. You
Grilled
should have
them.
done scratch.
Gotcha.
From
Okay. All right. Well,
And then I watched band all day on Saturday.
you committed to band. You committed to band. That's fantastic. Well, we missed this past week because we had a long day at the Texas Marching Classic. Some of us also did another. You were the Prosper Regional all day, right?
Yeah.
And then you managed to come down.
No.
Bedford.
I was at Red River.
The Red River rivalry,
Yes.
which we'll say it. That's what's the most frustrating part about the Longhorns is they do that to OU, and then they can barely even get a yard versus Kentucky. Inconsistency, but you did make it to help tear down.
Yes,
at TMC,
I was able
which
to make it back in time for results.
That's
of
true.
TMC.
That's true. Do you want to give a shout out to your nerd friends at all? Do they watch this?
Yes.
They do watch this? I don't remember any of their names. One of them friend requested me. I think I accepted it.
I guess.
Lopez? Is there a Lopez kid?
I don't think so.
Doesn't sound right. All right.
I guess shout out to Neve, Chris, Tavi, and Luke, and Matthew.
Cool.
They know Luke and
They
Matthew,
know Luke
though.
and Matthew. But
They're books in the Bible. I know Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Yeah. And John, really. Honestly. Cool. All right. So that's why we weren't here last weekend. TMC, which, are we going to talk about TMC at all? Probably not. We're going to see we saw some of the other bands later on, right? Yeah. I mean, it went down, we thought. Yeah.
there were some things that we didn't expect.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I
Well,
think-
we can talk about it then. Let's get into the recap. We'll put that after Old D-ville, all right? Because that took place last weekend. We're going to go back and talk a few words about some of the shows we missed of note on October 11th. We're going to go to the West Coast. Right now, it's still the morning in the West Coast. I'm assuming. I don't know how time zones work. The Ayala Music in Motion, which took place at Chino Hills, California. Aaron, you said you wanted to talk about this one.
Oh, yeah.
Lay it on us.
I mean, you get caption ties every once in a while. We got one this past weekend at St. Louis, but there was a three-way tie for visual between the three big California bands, the big three, you might call them.
Oh, the big three. You should coin that.
Yeah, no one said that before about anything.
Nope, not at all. But continue. I like it.
But Chino Hills ended up winning. They also took General Effect and Color Guard. Vista Murrieta second with music and percussion, and then Ayala in third. They just won. They just tied visual.
But that was the order: Chino, Vista, and Ayala.
Yes.
Is this about right for how those bands tend to finish at shows?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think the most exciting thing is Ayala. They've been in a bit of a slump post-COVID, but they seem to be getting back in form and competing with the other top bands down there.
Wow, a three-way tie for visual. That, I mean, if there's an area of the country that's going to have some visual prowess, it would definitely be the West Coast. We are going to jump to the East Coast, the third coast, if you will, of Texas. That's what they used to call the Houston. Maybe they still call it the third coast for the Katy Marching Festival, Katy International Music Festival. Hot Take wanted to talk about the Katy Festival.
Yes, I think we both wanted to talk about it. Was it Jordan? Got first, and Seven Lakes got second.
Now, how long has Jordan been open?
Oh,
just 3 or 4?
I couldn't
This
tell you.
is year 4.
Year 4. The band director there was at Clements in Fort Bend when they were doing incredibly well. You know, schools take some time to build. This is the second newest school in Katy. Freeman opened 2 years ago, right?
I think last year was the first year.
Last year? Okay, geez. Well, these schools are open like crazy. So Seven Lakes has been open for a considerable amount of time, and that's a band that y'all thought was going to win the South Houston Regional, maybe, or whatever. I've judged that contest, but I can't remember. Is it closer to a BOA or?
I think it's more. It's a weird.
Yeah,
hybrid, I think.
Okay. Not like they
weird.
like okay.
They I think Seven Lakes won music, Jordan won visual and GE. However, something else I wanted to say is that this is the second year in a row where Jordan has beaten Seven Lakes. And we know what happened with Seven Lakes last year. They made San Antonio and state finals. And Jordan they missed state.
They missed state. From the same, they're obviously the same area because they're both Katy ISD schools. So this is not an anomaly for Jordan to win. Now, did Seven Lakes have their whole show?
I do not know.
No.
I'd hope so at this point.
Right. Well, this was the 11th. So we had, yeah. So it was a week ago. So some schools didn't have everything together. You just saw a school that didn't have their whole show, right?
Yes.
Who was that?
It was Cedar Park.
Haven't they not competed since September 4th or something?
Nope.
Hey, what, a month of no competition?
Yeah, they still don't have
their full show.
Did you watch them at the preview of bands or something?
I saw them at Region. It was on Wednesday.
Are you sure they didn't have the whole show, or did you just feel maybe it was an abrupt ending?
It was definitely. I mean, you've seen Cedar Park shows. They always have the drum break right after the ballad.
Yeah.
That just doesn't really transition at all. And then he goes straight into the closer. It just ended at the drum break, and they still had like a minute 45 on the clock.
Interesting.
It makes me wonder, what have they been doing the last month?
It's curious.
Have they just been
really
perfecting the what they have?
Yeah, was
so
everything
far?
perfect though?
No.
Or
it was.
What's their show called? Mirrors?
It was.
22.
Say what?
That was 22.
They're the.
Well, the thing about a mirror is a reflection, so you would see another. Anyway.
Yeah.
It has something to do with Into the Woods.
Into
I know that's
the
in
woods.
I know they have music from Into the Woods.
So it's a woods show, a woodsman show.
Of some sort.
A lumberjack show.
They also play
Shostakovich 10. That's right. That's right. That makes sense. We're going to stay in Houston, Houston area. You know, I understand. I'm for specific city references. We're moving to the greater North Houston area, Shenandoah, Texas, for the Lone Star Preview, hosted by the Woodlands. No surprise on who won this one. Bridgeland. By less than I thought they would, but who knows? You know, this is kind of a BOA show, but still, contest dynamics and all. Any surprises or things you wanted to mention?
North Shore taking music
and finishing third.
Yeah, North Shore. I mean, they played. They can play the hell out of their horns. They're very, very good. So I'm not entirely surprised that they won music.
Yeah.
If you all remember, flashback to about a decade ago, 2016, North Shore, in a big surprise, made state finals.
It's true. And I mean this. I mean no offense. People who say no offense. were they the lowest? I don't want to say poorest, but definitely a lowest socioeconomic status, right? To make finals. North Shore is not like so this is like when Aikens made finals, right? Like this is that kind of thing.
And another thing of note, College Park getting second and Dawson getting fourth below North Shore.
Now North Shore, have they played at Midwest? Have they won Honor Band? They haven't, right?
I'm not sure.
I think it's just Midwest that they've played at. So they've had some successes. Yeah, it's interesting to see Dawson there. Now, Dawson is preparing for Midwest and an Honor Band concert. So, you know, I'm not saying that's a reason for any of this, for all we know. But, yeah, and then Grand Oaks, where are they from? I don't
they're one of the newest Conroe ISD school.
There's a new Conroe ISD school?
Yeah, they pulled a lot from Oak Ridge specifically.
Oh, who's the head director there? Do we know? Anybody from? No, they didn't pull.
I'm not sure exactly who
So
the
there's
staff is
College
there.
Park, the Woodlands. Is there Conroe, right? Conroe, Oak Ridge, and now Grand Oaks? Am I missing anybody?
I think that, no, there's just 5.
Gotcha. Wow.
Oh, wait, no.
Yeah, I do feel like
Caney Creek.
That's right. It's kind of like like Smithson Valley, and then like there's like these names. Smithson Valley is a Canyon ISD school, right? Yeah, that's yeah. I would have thought they were their own ISD. Anyway, look at us jumping all over the place. We travel now forward in time, but we're still back in time because we're recording this later. The Duncanville Marching Invitationals took place yesterday in Duncanville, Texas. Correct me if I'm wrong. Prelims was just an indoor playing inside contest due to weather. Everyone made finals. This is the second year in a row that everyone has advanced to finals. They managed to have a regular old marching band contest for finals, right? Kind of a surprise up at the top, though, if you saw how they were at Birdville or POC.
It was POC.
POC, then this isn't back. You're just like, oh, so this is how they are.
I mean, I honestly would say they even overperformed from that competition, so they've only gotten better.
Yeah, so we're talking about South Grand Prairie. Who now these are the ordinals that you put, right?
Yes.
So they tied for second, but they took visual and color guard. Right.
I think they won the judge's choice.
Now Duncanville, a DMI, more than likely a very UIL type contest, and so when there's a tie,
it uses the states sheet, so it's got the music ensemble, brass, woodwinds, percussion,
right,
2 visual judges, content and design, and then they also have a guard caption that doesn't factor into the overall score.
Separate, yeah. They tied with Keller Central, who did take percussion. Waxahachie was first, a clear first, taking woodwinds, brass, music, content, and design. Wow. So South Grand Prairie is in Area B. Area B, who which we'll talk about a little bit later. So I won't get too far into it, but we'll come back to South Grand Prairie when we get to that. Now we jump to the Bands of America Regional Championships. We're going to start in East Tennessee. What's the name of that dome? The East Tennessee Medical Parkway Barn. I've judged there, and that's a wild.
Yeah,
dome.
they have like no front side.
They have no front sideline, and I don't know. I've never seen the Kibbe Dome in real life or these other domes like the ones in Iowa, but this might be the strangest. What's the one in Arizona? That one's a pretty weird looking dome too, right? NAU, or is that who it is?
Yeah, I think it's NAU.
Yeah, I'm sure the weirder the dome, the cheaper the rate. I have no proof of that, but yeah, East Tennessee. Were there any surprises? I think the band that we thought was going to win won. Right? Is that right?
Yeah, Dobbins Bennett ended up winning, which was to be expected.
Sure.
However, they do have a habit of dropping the win to someone. Last year, Lafayette beat them here, but Lafayette was second. Dobbins Bennett swept, and I will say, I did get to see their prelims run. Best Dobbins Bennett show in quite a few years.
Ever? Of all time?
Nah.
Would you say Dobbins Bennett is back?
I don't know.
I mean, I don't. But you didn't respond. They never left like you did for that last time.
Yeah, it's just I've never the past 3 years. I just haven't really been a fan of them.
I see. Now they make finals. It's not.
Yeah,
that
that's my taste. It's more just my taste.
So they're back in your good graces, is what you would say.
Yes.
Wow.
I did not
Burns
see it.
there.
Burns was there. They were third.
Okay.
Just behind Lafayette. They're like neck and neck.
Monsieur Lafayette. Yeah, I get you. I shout out to Lin-Manuel on that one. Okay, yeah, the East Tennessee Medical Parkway Regional. Good for them. Good for them. Let's stay on the East Coast, the Southeast, and drop down to your favorite. Are you a Disney adult, Willie?
No.
What about you?
No.
Nope. Either am I. I don't have anything against them.
I do.
I spend money on shoes. Orlando Regional has. Correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm not. But only 2 bands have like ever won this regional, right? Like it's Tarpon and that one time Broken Arrow came down. Mm-hmm. Like that's kind of it.
Yep.
So Broken Arrow wasn't there. Yeah. How much did Tarpon Springs win by?
It was like 6.5 points.
6.5 Is that like that's got to be the biggest of the year, right? The biggest.
Yeah, it's,
gap.
I believe
Biggest in a while.
I believe our friend,
Computer.
computer. He let us know. I think it was the biggest gap since 2007.
Wow, is that what was that gap? What was that gap from? Do you know?
It was at a California regional.
Oh, it was Ayala. That's right,
Yeah.
Ayala, and that wasn't Cedar Ridge, right?
No.
That was 2013.
Yeah.
Oh, really? It was that
2012.
recent?
14 is when Cedar Ridge went
Yeah.
to.
Gotcha.
Because that's the year Westwood beat them at state.
With what show?
With 4.
Oh man,
Golf show.
that's right.
we
How
love
far
the
are the
golf
finals?
show.
1 place or 2 place?
3 places. We were 13th. They only took 10 that year, though.
Oh, well,
Because that was before they expanded.
they wouldn't have made it when they took 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I got fired. So who got second in Tarpon? Was it Fishers?
It was Fishers.
Fishers, all the way from Indiana. Indiana. Now they were 4A, right? Fishers 4A. So they did sweep and win all the 4A stuff.
No.
No,
I think
you think?
I'm pretty sure they tied music with Stoneman Douglas.
Stoneman. Isn't Lambert
prelims.
there too?
Yes, Lambert did not win any captions. They were 4th.
Okay, Stoneman Douglas got 3rd overall. Gotcha. Who is 3A there at that? Is that is Stoneman Douglas 3A? This is
No,
the
they're 4A.
This is I don't know.
This is that rare regional where the 3 champions all make finals, right? 2A, 3A, 4A. 1A? Do they have any 1As?
Oh, yeah. Hollister was there.
Did they make
From
finals?
Missouri. No.
Oh. From Missouri?
Missouri.
Wow. Missouri. Wow. Hattie Bartlett mentioned. All right. Cool. Good for Missouri. They got a 1A class championship in Orlando. Universal or Disney, Willie?
I've only been to Disney World once when I was like 4, and I've never been to Universal, so I couldn't tell you.
What about you? What's the truth?
I plead the 5th.
I plead the 5th. This should be kind of fun. Now, save some for later. The St. Louis Super Regional. I think that there might, did the right band win? All right, let's go. So, Broken Arrow wins. Second place. Is it fair to say a surprise?
I think it was.
After watching it,
Yeah, I think.
not really.
I
Gotcha.
think what the surprise was them tying
in visual.
Right. So Bentonville gets second. They tie for visual with
Broken
Arrow.
Broken
Wait
Arrow.
a minute, I'm confused. Third place is your Blue Springs, right?
Yes.
And then fourth was Mo and Gene Johnson,
Gene Johnson.
out of Texas. So that was probably the consensus top 4. I think maybe y'all would have thought, previous to seeing him actually on Friday and Saturday, this was going to be Blue Springs first, Broken Arrow second, perhaps? Would I be?
I would have had Broken Arrow, Blue Springs, then maybe Mo and Gene.
Oh,
but that's also because I had not seen anything from Bentonville this year.
I had seen clips of Bentonville, and I was a little unsure of the show. And then they lost visual to Jenks at a competition earlier this year.
Right.
So I knew they were going to be top 4, but I was like, I don't know how competitive they'll be. But seeing that show with the uniforms,
Oh my goodness.
oh
my goodness.
man, that also just displays the amount of growth. I'd really only seen early season stuff.
Sure.
Going from losing visual to Jenks, who I believe they're in the bottom half of St. Louis,
yeah.
to tying with Broken Arrow.
Yeah.
That's about as much improvement as you can show.
So losing to one Oklahoma band and tying with the best other Oklahoma band on there. So music. So remind me of final captions.
Broken Arrow, music, visual, tie, and then effect, and then Bentonville.
Bentonville tied for
visual. Yeah.
And there someone had pointed something else out that Blue Springs scores. They scored higher in music overall than they did visual.
Yes.
Which again, no offense, but we would assume that Blue Springs is more of a visually oriented program. Which that's good. That means that they are doing what all non-Texas bands should do. Yes, I know I'm being that person. Work on music, because that's what we do the best overall, and we need to work more on visual. But that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So after seeing the results or seeing the bands, is this the results that you would have put them in, the order you would have put them in?
I honestly would have had Broken Arrow winning, obviously, but honestly, I feel like Bentonville, Blue Springs, Mo and Gene, they're all very close. They all have different strengths. The judges think that the strengths are different than what I think.
Yeah.
After that, I had Blue Springs second, and then Bentonville third. But the second and third was really, really, really close, and I would have liked to see it just anyway. It didn't really bother me who got second and third, and then I had Mo and Gene comfortably in fourth.
Now, earlier in the year, and I'm not going to roll the tape, I'm not going to pull out the receipts, but they're there for the world to see. You said Broken Arrow was winning Grand Nationals. Do you still believe that? Willie Hot Take Beeman. Willie Beeman. That's from Any Given Sunday.
That is to be determined.
So he is.
I do not know.
Oh boy, what's that? He's wishy-washy.
When they clean that show up even more, it's going to be incredible. It's going to be so good.
So we could say Broken Arrow is back in your good graces?
Absolutely.
In terms of design, 100%.
All right, see, I liked
their last year's show was really good.
I enjoyed last year's.
It was really, really good.
A little hesitant. Everyone's like, what's it going to be like?
At the beginning of the season, I didn't really like it that much.
I feel like the same thing is going to happen this year. Like I've seen people talking like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about the show. I think once we get to Nats and everything locks in place, it's going to be like last year. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I love it.
Because last year I was like, oh, new designer. I don't know what it's going to be. And then I saw like a sideline view of the show. I was like, I don't really like this. And then I saw it at Nats. And it was one of my favorite shows of the year. It was amazing.
We're going to conclude the recap and jump into a segment we started a few weeks ago because of Aaron, but it's still kind of the recap, but the alliteration just works too perfectly. What were those Waco judges thinking? Y'all, I mean, they literally have printed out some notes for this, like Hot Take Willie came prepared. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, one of the bands they're probably going to talk about briefly, if at all, I did write for. They did not make finals. I did go to see them, and then, spoiler alert, I went to Rudy's in between prelims and finals, and they just kept coming home.
Rudy's
barbecue. It was. I don't know anything about Waco, and it was also 4:00 on a Saturday. So anyway, I had my turkey sandwich. I like the turkey from
the
Rudy's.
turkey's all right.
Yeah, the turkey. I tried their corn on the cob. Not a fan. It's not very good. But you know what? It's iced tea, and the turkey's consistent. So I went there. They did not make finals, so then I came home. That was Lake Ridge High School, so I need to put that out there. So more than likely that's being discussed. Can you explain to the masses the lore of Because Waco?
Why?
Basically, this is to be expected.
Yes, Waco is
either rained out. Whenever it's
true.
not rained
That's
out,
true.
you get results like this.
Yeah.
That's true.
It is,
or a judge is replaced halfway through the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is just chaos no matter what happens. Like every single year there's something's gonna happen and you're just like, oh wow.
Yeah.
And this is definitely one of those years.
Absolutely. Y'all, I mean, do we want to talk about the results first and then jump into?
We can do results first.
All right.
And then,
So, do we have those results handy other than this thing right here, or am I going to have to just pull it up real quick?
prelims or finals?
Well, y'all tell me y'all want to talk
Yeah,
about.
finals, let's just go over. So Cedar Ridge won.
Cedar Ridge did win. They were first place
Yes.
after not getting first in prelims. LD Bell got first in prelims. Let's look at this kind of thing real quick. Yeah, so in 4A, LD Bell, Cedar Ridge, Westlake. But Cedar Ridge took music and visual. LD Bell took GE. In AAA, Aledo, Midlothian, Hendrickson with Midlothian taking music, Alito visual GE. Grapevine swept, getting first, Kaufman second, Creekview third, and that was it. And then when we get into finals, LD Bell took music, Westlake took visual, Cedar Ridge took general effect, which I'm all for a caption split because it's like we have
chaos.
no idea.
Embrace chaos. I love caption splits. They're
Cedar Ridge
fun.
first, LD Bell second. James Bowie, who did not win a caption, was third. Westlake fourth. Here's a name that I'm not sure we would have put as in finals, much less this high.
After what I saw of them in prelims, I was like, oh yeah, they're going to make finals.
Plano East Senior High School. But coming into now Plano East is a really inconsistent program in terms of like some year it's like, oh, they don't do anything. And then the next year they jump in and they're like fifth. Like they've made San Antonio finals before and then not. Like it's back and forth. Westwood, then James E. Taylor, that would be another one that I would have been like, oh. And I would have thought that they would have been in that 10, 11, 12 spot. Nope. Them and Plano East up in the top. Then Alito. Then in the 12, 11, 10, 9th spot, Timber Creek out of Keller. Then Midlothian, most recently winning the Midland Regional, was 10th. Hutto.
Go Hippos.
In 11th, making their second straight regional finals after San Marcos.
Yes.
And then 12th place, Stephen F. Austin. Now, of note, Cedar Ridge was an 88.125, with LD Bell being 88.100. And according to Computer, this is the first time ever that we have hit that 0.025 gap.
It's the closest
Mainly
gap.
because we started introducing the smaller decimals of the tenths, right? So that means somebody, a judge, had to have put Cedar Ridge above or whatever by 0.5, right? Instead of a 1, a tenth.
0.05.
0.05 instead of 0.05. So we have the closest victory in regional history, super regional, any BOA history.
BOA history.
We've had it in drum corps, right? Is that when Phantom Regiment beat
Yes.
Blue Devils in
08.
08? All right, let's jump in. What were those Waco judges thinking?
You're going to notice in the final sheet there is a large McNeil-shaped hole missing from that list.
We missed McNeil, who is 14th. Most recently,
7th.
At TMC.
At TMC. Hendrickson was first band out, 13th. 13th.
Another big surprise was 15th place Wiley East.
Wiley East. Why is that surprising?
I mean, what I saw from them, they were really good. I thought they were one of the better sounding bands that I popped in for. One of our friends who was there in person had Wiley East comfortably in finals.
Wow. And to give you how the bands were ranked in prelims, LD Bell was first, then Cedar Ridge, and LD Bell was over them by 0.2, so it was a bigger gap. LD Bell, then Cedar Ridge, then Westlake in third, Bowie fourth, James E. Taylor in fifth, Plano East in sixth, Stephen F. Austin in seventh. We announced that Stephen F. Austin was 12th in finals. Westwood 8th, Timber Creek 9th, Hutto 10th. They didn't sneak into finals. They were in. They only took 10. They were in finals. 11th, Alito. And then 12th, Midlothian. Wow. What a just even if you just stopped there, it's wild that these bands
I think
jumped.
it speaks for itself.
It did.
You don't even have to go through the recap.
Right.
You just say the placements in prelims.
But I think
that
you
speaks
want to
for
go
itself.
through the recap, right?
Oh, 100%.
Yes.
All right, let's dig into this recap of the preliminaries of the Wacos. And y'all have at it. Here you go.
Okay.
Do you want to talk about
Let's start with GE Music 1.
the judge disagreement?
Yeah, GE Music.
GE1
the two
was
judges-
Steve Bentley, Music 1, and then Martin Griffith. Marty Griffith was Judge 2 in Music.
Yeah,
GE.
there is a lot of disagreement between them. And you had McNeil, basically Bentley single-handedly kept them out of finals.
Is that correct?
Yes,
Yes,
they were.
yes.
He gave them a 15.2, 17th. That was below bands like Maid Creek.
And My Lady Ridge, but Lake Ridge, by the way, but whatever.
But even if they were, if they got a 15.7, they would have tied Midlothian for finals. So so Bentley very much made the call for McNeil not in finals.
Wow.
And then
And they would have, they would have tied. So who would have, Midlothian was 12th? Ooh, so then would they have jumped Midlothian, or who would have got in?
Let's see.
I'm trying to see because Midlothian was 14 overall in GE, so that would have been 14-14.
Oh yeah. McNeil. I mean, if they tie for 12th, regardless of the GE, they'll take both into finals.
Gotcha. Oh, is that only the tiebreaker for results?
Yeah. That's how McNeil made San Antonio finals last year. McNeil and Seven Lakes. I forgot who was 14th and 15th, but McNeil was one of the bands.
Gotcha.
They snuck into finals by tying.
Wow.
And some other judge disagreements. Wiley East Music GE 1 gave them 14th, and Music GE 2 gave them 6th. So one judge had them out of finals, and one judge had them top half of finals.
Looking at it, in the look, overall GE, the 6 was probably the wrong, because you have a 14, for the other GE judges. But from a music performance aspect, they deserve to be in, with other captions being an 8 and a 9.
I would think I'd, just because of the performance aspect, I think I might have agreed with 2 on this one.
Sure. I can understand. But you're right. A huge discrepancy, 14 and 6. What else do we have?
Do we want to move to the music performance captions? Or do you have another one?
Another one. James E. Taylor,
the Jet
Music
Band.
GE 1 gave them 2nd, and Music GE 2 gave them 7th.
Okay, and I forgot who said this, but James E. Taylor they played a Psychopomp by Thank You Scientist.
I think a lot of groups have been playing that one.
Yeah, because of Blue Coats with a jagged line.
Are you sure?
But I forgot who said it, but it was like, it's the most sauceless arrangement of Psychopomp. I do not understand. Like, I watched the show and I'm like, when I watched the show in prelims, like, I could see them making finals, but like they're clean, but it's a pretty
fifth
boring show.
I don't know.
I do not know how you listen to that show and think like, oh yeah, this is the second best band here.
And James E. Taylor also got 2nd in Visual GE.
Visual GE. Okay. Now in visual individual and visual ensemble, they were top 5.
Which makes that one not
that
makes that one fine.
Okay. Yeah. So far, some
And then I guess let's
interesting.
Move on to the
music performance.
Music performance.
I'm just gonna. How about you say the top 3 in order for music individual, and I will say what they got in ensemble. Yeah.
All right.
Or start at 3.
So 3rd place in music individual was Plano East Senior.
Oh, wow. Okay.
They were 8th in music ensemble.
Okay.
Then 2nd in music individual was Midlothian.
Oh, all right. I can buy that.
They were 13th in ensemble.
And to take the cake, 1st place in music individual, Lake Ridge.
You're welcome.
Who was
19th.
19th
in music
ensemble. Now, when you average these scores together, right? Like James E. Plano East, they overalled 5th in music. Midlothian 6th in music. Lake Ridge 12th in music. So the averages probably are where they need to be.
I disagree.
You think Pesha should be lower?
I think Pesh, I would probably have them like 7, 8 at highest. Midlothian, though, like 12th at best.
So you think the 2nd is too high for Midlothian, the 3rd is too high for Plano East, and and the 1st would be too high for Lake Ridge. Yeah, I like I said, I sat in there, and for certain bands there was no clouds, there was nothing. The suns are blaring down, and if you know anything about sunlight and instruments and keyboards and synths, and intonation goes a little wonky. So there were some intonation issues with Lake Ridge. So from an ensemble perspective, I would call those intonation comments out. The truth is probably somewhere in the middle of 1 and 19 for them.
I think 12 is
which I would right. that's finals material. Yeah. I'll buy that one. I'll allow that. Thank you, Aaron, for being so kind.
And there were also some other things.
Well, tell us about it.
Not huge things, but like where'd it go? I lost it.
Oh boy.
Westwood. I lost it.
We can say Westwood. 14
Westwood,
on the field.
14th in music individual, and 5th in music ensemble, which I would think it would be, if anything, the
Correct.
opposite.
I would agree.
Like, they are normally really, really good individually.
I think this is, at least for like my time there, we are always much better in the box than on the field. But that was also a while ago. Things could have changed.
14th in individual.
Yeah, 14th in individual
I don't know
is
about that.
kind of insane when you look at the rest of the field. And
Agreed.
just the level of talent at Westwood. Like, I think they had like the second most All-Staters after Hebron. And they're a pretty small program compared to a lot of other 6As that are sending a lot of bands, or a lot of kids to state.
Sure.
So it's like, did he just find the worst kids in the band and followed them around the whole time?
Now, I will say, of the 2 on-field judges in prelims, I saw them both. The music individual person was all over the field. Like, he went up and down, left and right, and he was very animated. The individual visual judge, when I saw them, he was just parked and just let the band people come through. So I don't think that the music individual judge would have just locked into one. But, like, I remember I saw Westwood at TMC. They have a lot of soloists. They have some things. Did we see prelims for Westwood? Did the soloists not have a good day?
I thought the soloists, I don't think it was their best run.
Sure.
But it was definitely not their worst. It was better than, I think, BOA Austin prelims was pretty rough. The region run, which I got to see, was pretty rough.
Oh, maybe you're the problem. Are you the bad luck charm?
To be fair, a lot of
I wasn't
those
there for
bands have
prelims.
rough region
Austin
runs.
prelims.
A lot of
Yeah,
those
yeah.
bands have rough region runs. So
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty wonky. And then LD Bell, a 9 and a 2, 9 individual, 2 upstairs.
that's much more like, I could see that happening in a contest. I could see that happening in a contest.
Wow.
I could see that happening.
What about visual? Do we have any wonkiness? I know we have. I know the answer to this.
yeah.
Do we have any wonkiness in visual?
McNeil 14th in individual and 3rd in ensemble.
We can come back to that band that you already mentioned, Lake Ridge.
Lake Ridge 6th in individual.
13th up top.
13th up top.
So basically, these 2 on-field judges both agreed that Lake Ridge was a fine individually marching and playing band. And the 2 ensemble judges decided that maybe they needed some work musically and visually. But you average it together and they were 8th, which is probably a little high for Lake Ridge. If you had told me they were 12, 13, 11, I'd be like, that's okay. I'll allow that. But that's a big spread. A wild spread. And, I'll tell you the truth here. This is not a performance order. Lake Ridge played at 3, which is what? 5 bands from the end? 6 bands from the end? 4 bands from the end?
Yeah, it was pretty close.
Yeah, it was pretty close.
If you don't know how the judging system works, especially at BOA, when you get a full regional of 30 bands, you get your numbers and you try to not have any ties in your caption, individual, ensemble, GE, whatever. And so when you get later in the day, you start to run out of middle scores, because most of these contests are a lot of box 3. That's just the way a lot of these bands are. Low box 3, high box 3, which is why box 3 tends to be the larger box. So when you get into the the last 4 or 5 bands performing, not bottom, you decide, you run out of numbers and you go, well, I hope they're really good or really bad, because I only have numbers at the top and at the bottom. So if you come out, and maybe Lake Ridge, for an example, since I know them, I can say maybe they came out and they go, they were good, but not like box 2 where my numbers is. I'll put them at high box 3 or low box 4. So maybe they got higher than they needed to because they ran out of numbers. Conversely, when they get into ensemble, they go, oh man, they're not that bad, but they're not good enough to be top 5. I'm going to put them lower than they need to. So a lot of people really want to be at the end, but at the end it can be real fishy, which is why in Aikens High School can perform last at state marching contest and then make it into state finals and surprise just about everybody, because we ran out of numbers and you go, well, they're good enough to be this, but not bad enough. So you could get an inflated score or a way deflated score, when in reality, you should probably be somewhere right here, but the judges probably ran out of numbers. So I can't say that that's what happened to specifically Lake Ridge or some of these other programs. But the reality is that's what happens, is judges run out of numbers. So continue. Sorry to go off on a judge's tangent. But you know what? If you don't know, now you know. Playa. That's a rap song.
I know.
Oh, do you? I sarcastically say that because Aaron is a what's the word I'm looking for?
Hip hop head.
Well, but like an inconspicuous hip hop head. I wouldn't label you.
I
that.
like that.
Anyway, continue.
Another band that the individual judges also agreed on was Midlothian.
Midlothian.
5th in visual individual and 15th in ensemble.
It's just so wild. Mm-hmm. It really is, because again, another example, like you said, the individual and the ensemble both agreed. But they were just weird ranges between where they put them.
Mm-hmm. For music, it's a bit more weird because if you're giving a band 15th in individual, if they don't have great individual players, wouldn't the ensemble not sound as good?
You would think
vice versa.
You would think that the individual score would be the lower, because ensemble can hide things, right? Mm-hmm. Electronics can hide things, the drums can hide things, which is why in dome shows everything gets kind of washed out. But it's not like what Aaron was saying. If you are staying at the right, like for example, now
place,
again, because I wrote the show, the brass feature for Lake Ridge didn't start off very well, but the music individual judge was all the way on the wrong side, and so he didn't hear that. So he didn't get to knock that, right? Which I would have knocked if I was in front of it, because the entrance was unclear. Mm-hmm. Also, maybe you're standing in front of please stand in front of our woodwinds because it's the best section. And they do it and you're like, incredible. And then you go and sample the percussion and then you kind of just miss. It could be any of that.
This also goes into more of a design conversation because staging and stuff.
If you know anything about drill riding, inevitably your worst player is always on the 50. At some very important part. Their worst marcher is always marching right across the front. It's just Murphy's Law. Mm-hmm. Anyway, continue. Sorry. This is a fun topic.
I'm almost out. We could talk about penalties because
we have not a penalty-free year.
Hendrickson got a 0.3 penalty that wouldn't have got them into finals, but it would have made them way, way closer. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It would have 0.075 closer. Or 0.075 away from finals.
Right, right. And then Boswell? No, Grapevine.
Grapevine also got a penalty.
But that wouldn't have impacted their placement.
There was a pretty big gap between 17th and 16th.
Mm-hmm. Now, what's interesting is I know some people might go, well, why wasn't the chief judge doing any of this? But if the chief judge looks at it, because they can see everything, and goes, well, the two individual judges are locked in, the two ensemble judges are locked in, even though they're light years apart, well, they're seeing and hearing kind of the same thing.
What about, what can they do about the GE music judges, though?
I can't speak for every contest and every chief judge. This one was David Morrison, right? David Morrison, not to be confused with Dan Morrison. David Morrison. I know that when you start judging for the morning, the chief judge has everyone on a text thread, and the first 3 or 4 bands, they text you all the numbers, but they don't text you what the numbers are. I mean, what the captions are, or which one is your match. So if we're both on GE, we'll just get 17-1, 16-2, da-da-da-da-da. Mm-hmm. You know what your score is, and you can look at it and you go, all right, I'm right where I need to be. Or you're like, oh, I'm really high, I'm really low. Because the chief judge doesn't want too much influence it. So if let's look at where some of we said Lake, who was the biggest offenders in GE?
Wiley East.
Music. If we look at Wiley East, now a 15-7 to a 17-10. If I was on that text thread, I would think the 17-10 was out of place. So I wouldn't change anything if I was the 15-7, because I'm getting texts that say 16-4, 16-6, 15-4, 15, 15-7, 15-8, 17-10. I wouldn't change anything. It's up to the 17-10 person at that point to lower the score. But maybe at that point they're like, well, no, I feel so calmly. And the chief judge will always go, do you feel strongly about it? And they'll go, yes. And go, okay. But still, you're right. But that's the most I think someone would do. Now, if the two GE judges disagreeing that much were to keep a band out of finals, that is something that traditionally is like, hey, just so you know, you're a little low, and your score now, and you may be like, nope, I'm sticking with it, and they'll go great. And
so McNeil is what you're saying.
So McNeil.
So we're looking at McNeil now.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I mean, I wasn't directly saying that, but I also if you had sent me this number, when did McNeil perform? How late?
I think they're like midday.
At that point, you're not sending scores anymore. And honestly, once you I know this for a fact. Once you verify your scores, all the judges, they put them in a van, and you go out. You go to lunch. You go eat your lunch, and they go to break. I don't know, if those conversations are had, but also remember they try to get the judges to lock every score after every block. So after the third block, those scores are locked together.
Dang.
And then you get to the fourth block and you're just locking them in. So you're also dealing with that, which fair or unfair, that's what happens at all the regionals. So
yeah, and a lot of the people that I talked to after prelims were like, oh, what are your results? Because you like to hear what people who people would have first, second, third, fourth, etc. Every single one of them had McNeil at least 10 places above where they landed. At least 10 places.
Which, again, they were
14.
Oh, so they had him fourth?
Fourth or higher. Every single person that I talked to had them at least.
To be fair, only one judge agreed with that. That was visual ensemble. In interest of full transparency, I used to write for McNeil for quite a bit. This is before she took over, Brittany took over, and before Jason actually took over. The judges would tell you, that's cute.
I mean, I didn't see him in prelims. So
Sure.
I see 7th place at TMC, and then I don't see a finals here. And
Agreed.
I get very concerned.
I also I went to region, and I saw a lot of these bands over the course of the week. I saw Cedar Ridge. I saw McNeil. I saw Hutto. I saw Westwood. I thought like Cedar Ridge, McNeil, neck and neck. Westwood, about maybe a step below, and then Hutto.
Right,
a couple steps below that. So to see Hutto and
to see a 7-point gap between those two bands,
and it's clear. Like if we look at McNeil, 11, 10, okay, we want him in finals. 14, 3, kind of. 17, 13, no. 11, yes. So the judges were not that high on him. Hutto, though, other than that first individual music, 17, 12, 11, 9, 11, 9, 9, like. All of them but one wanted him in finals. So it's definitely going to be one of those like, well, what was the content? What was the performance like?
Yeah, but it's wild to me because I thought the gap between McNeil and Hutto was huge, and Hutto's very good. That's not me putting down Hutto. One of my best friends from high school works at Hutto now.
From Westwood High School?
Yes.
Wait, did he march 4? Or they? She? I don't know who they are. Did he graduate before you or after you?
He was in 8th grade that year.
So he didn't get to experience the magic of Montoya.
Didn't at the beginning of the year before BOA season started, I gave a little bands to watch out for Hutto?
Don't remember that.
Oh,
we don't have any. We don't have any receipts. All right, wrap this. What were the Waco judges thinking? Is this just typical Waco?
It's Waco.
Because Waco, because Waco.
Wow. Okay. I knew this was going to be wonky. A wonky Waco. We could put all kinds of adjectives on that.
Wacky Waco. Wacko. Yes.
Well, Wacko. There's just look up the history of the city of Waco, and that just it totally makes sense why everything that happens at a band show in Waco. Good old Waco. We're glad you're here. Let's turn to another W word. This weekend in band, a light week. Only because Texas has a heavy week in other aspects. This one's going to be fun because I think we all know who's winning this one. The Mid-Atlantic Regional in Newark, Delaware. Is this going to be a certain band's like 7th or 8th consecutive regional win?
Yes. I think it's... I don't want to misspeak this time.
Someone put it in...
I misspoke last time.
Yeah, they corrected you in the comments.
But it will be a... large single-digit number.
It'll be the second consecutive 2A band winning a regional. Are they 2A?
Yeah, they're
Kiski
2A.
area 2A. Yeah. Who's second?
Norwin.
Are they from Delaware? Pennsylvania.
No, they're Pennsylvania. Kiski area and Norwin historically always like go back and forth. Kiski area has been getting the better of them pretty consistently recently, and especially this year. I think early season, like before even the BOA regional, Kiski area beat them by like 2 or 3 points at a local contest. So I think this is pretty safely Key Areas,
Yeah.
but Norwin will be a strong
And they
second.
both won AA when Tarpon's not there at Grand Nationals, right?
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we'll expect that one. We'll expect that one.
And then, I would.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
My
I'm
third
sorry.
place.
Oh, third place. Here we go.
That's probably going to be wrong.
But it's okay. Put it out
But
there.
it's okay. It's
Embrace chaos.
I'm giving a shout out to Hickory,
Virginia.
Virginia.
Yes, they've been a traditionally strong program. That doesn't surprise me that they could get third. Now, if they get second, is that a surprise over the
That'd be
Norwegians?
that would be that'd be pretty shocking.
But
That'd
are
be
you saying it couldn't happen? Are you prepared to say right now there's no way Hickory can get third place?
No, you mean second place?
Yes, that's what I meant. Second place, Aaron.
I mean, I would have also said there's no way McNeil doesn't make finals.
We need to start making like financial bets.
Embrace chaos.
We need to start doing like college football fans. If this team doesn't win, I'm gonna do this.
You should put betting over under on placements.
Hey, should we introduce betting in Gem? I mean,
No.
we're not really
No.
I mean, not between us. What if we set odds? What if we were Las Vegas? What if we were the odd setters?
Over under 6.5.
Let us know in the comment section down below. We can pretend casino money. All right. I guess there's a super regional show. I don't really know much about it. Not a lot of good bands go from it.
Yeah.
The Indianapolis Super Regional.
Is that even a regional anymore?
Isn't that like at some random high school stadium?
Some random high school stadium that only has like a 200 capacity.
I mean, how many Super Bowls has that stadium won? I mean, not that the Alamo Dome has ever won any, but we'll count the Spurs World Championships for that one because the Spurs did play in the Alamo Dome. The Indy Super Regional. Is there any reason to think a certain band's not going to win? Are you going to hate?
Yeah, I have sorry.
Whoa! You heard it here first.
Don't be too hasty.
Aaron Blackley just said.
No, I was gonna say I would have Avon win.
Avon in first. Wow, Willie, do you agree with that?
Yes.
What are the captions? Who's winning what captions?
I think it'll
Everything.
be a sweep. Yeah, Avon sweep. Get out the brooms.
Wow, all right, that's boring. Who's second?
Dustpans.
Caramel.
Yeah, Carmen.
Carmel. All right.
Caramel.
Third?
Blue
Blue
Springs.
Springs.
Interesting. All right. Do you think Blue Springs could pull an upset? What are the odds? What are the odds? Give me a percentage that Blue Springs could pull the upset and get second. Not
No,
first.
give me like minus the betting odds. Minus two.
Well, you do it to
200.
me. What do you think? What is Carmel? Negative? What would you say?
I think Carmel is minus 250.
250?
Yeah, minus 250.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how this
Blue
works.
Springs is like a plus.
So basically, the team with
300.
the negative is the team that you would say they're favored by 7. So, like on a football, if you see the Packers are not, but the Packers are favored over the Cowboys -7, that means that they're going to score 7 points more than the Cowboys would. So you're assuming.
And then there's also betting odds, which is minus 200. Which is
I don't know
if
betting
you bet
odds
it-
of that. Give me scoring points.
Okay.
Like how many points does Carmel? Would you say beats Blue Springs?
1.
Just one.
I'm going to say less than a point.
All right,
I'm going to say less than a point.
So you would say the odds are -1, and you would say negative.
Negative point
Ooh.
6.
0.6. All right, we got to remember this. 0.6 and -1 is Blue Springs. Now, covering the spread means Blue Springs gets third, but is closer than 0.6 or 0.1. So you can still win by losing. Wow. All right, so you don't think Blue Springs gets within 0.6. You don't think Blue Springs gets within 0.1.
But it could very easily.
1 point.
Maybe.
Yeah, negative 1.0. And he's negative 0.6.
It can maybe be an upset too.
You laid the odds down.
Yeah.
You laid the odds. This is fun.
Well,
you know what? You really got me excited. I don't
But the
gamble.
spread- but the
I
spread,
don't.
if
You
it-
know who else I think got really excited? Computer and our audio technician friend, because both of them are degenerate gamblers. And now that we're allowing you to gamble, you know what? We should gem bookie. I like this. Anyway, why don't you like betting on band, Blackley?
I don't like betting in general. I think gambling's bad.
Ever since
Every day you get in that car, you're gambling.
Ever since Dan Campbell
life.
sold my parlay
What?
2 years ago in the playoffs, I've not placed a single bet since.
Oh my gosh!
Should
Let
have
us
kicked
know in
the
the comment
field goal,
section down
Dan
below.
Campbell. You should have kicked the field goal. Would have won $850.
Is Blue Springs going to cover the spread, the 0.6 or the 0.1? Or sorry, yeah. -1, -0.6.
I think they're definitely going to cover the 0.1.
No,
But I don't know what that
1.0.
1.0.
Sorry, 1.0.
Yeah,
1.0.
big difference.
Yeah, they're
All
definitely going to cover that.
Got to remember this.
Yeah,
All right. The real show this weekend. The show taking place all over the great state of Texas. It's the area round of UIL. For those who don't know, we basically have 4 rounds to declare a state champion region. Some states would call it evaluations. That's where you get your 1, 2, or 3. If you get a 1, you advance to area. Then area prelims, everyone competes, and then they take, depending on how many bands, 10 finalists, could be 7 finalists, could be 12. No. They do 12?
They do 12.
Wow, could do 12. You could have no finalists. You get 1 run and they pick the champion. Usually if you only have 2 bands advancing, right? 2 bands or less, 2 bands or 1. Doesn't really matter. Then you get to round 3 area finals, and then they take 1 band for every 5 that advance to state. And then you go to state prelims and then state finals. It's some bands literally had state championships this week. South Carolina, Catawba Ridge just won state championship. Yeah. We go on until, well, the 7, like 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, and then like 7, 8, 9 or something like that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we go deep. Yeah. Pause into the calendar. So we're not going to go area by area. Apologies to everyone that's watching in all the areas. But what are some bands, areas, competitions to look out for? I'll start it off because we teased it earlier. South Grand Prairie is in Area B. Mm-hmm. Did they make finals last year at Area?
No.
They did not. Now, based on how they performed at the Mansfield Preview of Champions and the Duncanville Marching Invitational, would you suggest that South Grand Prairie is a lock for area finals?
I think they would be. Sorry, I'm pulling up my spreadsheet right now.
Just pull it up faster.
And also, before talking about all the areas, there are new sheets.
Mm-hmm. Oh, new, yeah, well, you should butt it in there. Jeez, all right.
New
sheets for 4A, 5A, and 6A, right?
Yes.
Can you tell everyone what the sheets are? We still get 5 judges, right?
Yes.
5 judges for area.
It is, you have brass, woodwinds, percussion for the music, and then you have 2 visual judges.
Two visual judges. And everyone does judge an element of content and design, right? Like it's in their sub-captions. Yeah, I think it's like the last box. Mm-hmm. So you still have 3 music judges, but instead of taking it all in, you just take in percussion, woodwinds, or brass, which will help and hurt some of these programs that we're going to talk about as we look into this area preview.
I think it's a great improvement for over the last sheets.
Yes.
Much great improvement. Because
like if you look into the nitty gritty, like the numbers that the judges are handing out, some judges, like you can tell that they're trying to actually individually judge brass, woodwinds, and percussion.
Right.
And they give different scores, but some of them are just like, whatever. That's how you get like Hebron beating Marcus in percussion.
Right, which makes no sense. But
and like I saw a few years ago, like a 1-1-12-1-1.
Well, this is definitely better because when you advance to the state marching contest, you basically have this same. Now, how many judges are at state? 6?
7.
7, which were brass, percussion, woodwinds,
music
ensemble,
percussion,
visual. Already said
visual,
that.
individual,
and then content design.
Yeah.
So this is going to be good because if you're a traditionally strong program at insert instrument here, that's definitely going to help you. And it's not a surprise when you go to state finals and you have last place in percussion and then like top half everything else. Or first place percussion and then everything else is in the mix. All right, so South Grand Prairie, Aaron the Truth Blackley, a lock for area finals in Area B. Just jump around and what do you got? What do you got for us, Aaron?
Well, just going off of Area B, like I was thinking like, oh, maybe South Grand Prairie can make state, but I mean, they take 4 to state. They got 21 bands, got a 1.
Yep.
You got Capel.
Yep.
You got Keller.
Yep.
You got Timber Creek.
Yep.
You got LD Bell.
Who's the weakest on that?
Timber Creek.
Who's the second weakest?
LD Bell.
Really? You would put LD Bell?
And who'd you? It was Capel,
Keller,
I
Bell,
think
and Creek.
Maybe.
So is Capel the strongest one? Capel.
Yes.
So you put Keller as number 2.
I think Keller and Bell are pretty close.
Yeah, that's what I was like, because Keller.
You know what?
and Bell
I'm going to say
very
Bell's going to get second,
I can
just
see it.
to spite you. All right.
I mean, how's their percussion?
Ooh.
Well, Keller's percussion is.
This
is where it gets.
This is going to be
Oh
Yeah,
my
this
gosh!
is-
Well, how's South Grand Prairie's percussion?
The reason why they tied with they got top 2 in all the captions except woodwinds and percussion, which they got 8th in at Duncanville. So
Oh, you know what? They're washed. I'm just kidding.
I mean, this is gonna
this is the first time
This is
they've
gonna
ever
mess
been
with a
to
bunch
This
of
is going to be amazing. This is going to be amazing
Yeah.
because. Anyway, continue. I don't want to. I don't want to belittle programs. I don't. It's not what I do. But as percussionists, I think it's about time that we are awarded on equal footing. Like
Yes.
to have a strong percussion like Marcus used to have when they were only about percussion, and now they're everything. A Cedar Ridge, a Cedar Park, like every basically Austin area programs. You know, like you have these programs with strong percussion, and it counts like this much in your show. Now it can help you immensely and also hurt you immensely. So continue, Matt, Andrew, Aaron. Wow,
Andrew.
I don't even know where Andrew came from.
Who's Andrew?
I don't know.
Okay.
Matthew. Marin. All right, continue.
Area D, I think is going to be. I mean, it's Area D. That 6A Area D. That's the one with you got a
Area D is such
Ronald Reagan,
Sure.
CTJ,
Oh.
Round Rock ISD.
Wow.
Got Bowie.
Oh.
You got Moen G. Johnson.
Oh my gosh.
So it
And
is
how many are coming out of that area?
5.
Okay, so 5 bands. Who are they? Who are they? Who are the 5?
Well, I would say there's only 2 bands that are
Who are your locks?
locks. Ronald Reagan
Aaron's lock of the week.
and Dripping Springs.
So who's winning it? Ronald or Dripping? I'm going to call the upset.
I think Dripping Springs.
I think Dripping.
because of the new sheets.
Yeah,
Like,
Dripping Springs is very well rounded. They don't particularly suffer in any caption.
No.
Round Rock or Ronald Reagan, struggles this year. Their brass and woodwinds aren't quite as strong as they have been in the past, so I could see them taking a little bit. Their percussion's pretty solid, but Dripping
always
Springs
solid.
also has solid percussion.
But I also, Reagan relies so much on electronic stuff that the percussion can sometimes get overwhelmed by that, even though if it is complementary, whereas Dripping is more of a traditional type. You know what? I think Dripping wins it. I think Dripping gets first. Ronald Reagan gets second, probably. So those are your locks out of the 5. And then what's next?
This is where it gets fun because you have Cedar Ridge. I think they're out of the bands that are not locks, they're the safest.
I would agree.
I think they have a really good brass section. Percussion, though, I mean, chances are they're going to win percussion.
I don't think there's a chances. I think they're I would be shocked if we.
And then visual, they're also
video for them
they're
for
also
Waco
pretty
Area.
strong visually, so I think they're pretty safe.
I wish we could find out what Cedar Ridge would have scored like with their exhibition at TMC.
Oh, they.
Well, their exhibition at TMC is always
That's true.
always
That's true,
their
'cause
worst
they're
run of the
tired.
season.
Ooh,
they've
could
been
Cedar
doing-
Ridge get second?
Yes,
Yeah.
I could see it.
I can see it too. All right, so Cedar Ridge third. All right, I buy it. Who's next? I mean,
After this is like where it's like, okay, anything could happen.
you'd have to say Bowie, right?
Did you
I
say
don't know.
MGJ yet?
I haven't said MGJ yet. However, Moen G. Johnson, you look at the percussion results at TMC.
Yeah,
They
the
were
percussion
fifth,
is
they were
15th in
they were
prelims.
last in prelims.
Yeah, no.
and-
15th in prelims
Oh.
and then last in finals.
Gotcha, that's
And
what
there's
it
a
was.
pretty big gap between them and 11th.
yeah.
So there's a
who was 11th in percussion? Churchill won percussion.
No, they got second in
that's what
percussion.
Churchill was second in
Behind
percussion.
Vista.
But like,
and above Vandergrift.
and you just like look at the other drum lines.
Who was above Vandergrift?
Churchill percussion at TMC.
I don't think we should talk about percussion at
yeah,
TMC
no,
then.
no,
But
all right, all right.
I don't know, but I mean, there's that consistency.
So it's
from prelims to
questionable.
finals. Yeah, and
so
the-
that's a weakness.
And you just look at the drum lines in Area D. There's a lot. We got Reagan, Dripping Springs, as we've talked about. Cedar Ridge, obviously. McNeil has a really solid drum line.
McNeil's second best drum line in that area.
I would say so. Drum line.
Yeah,
specifically.
drumline wise, yes.
Westwood has really solid percussion. Churchill, I mean, you saw their allegedly.
Oh, that could throw a wrench in so many things.
Yeah, Churchill apparently has really good percussion now.
Rick Astorga, good guy. Shout out Texas State.
And then
So who's fourth? Bowie?
I
I
Bowie's
don't know.
Bowie's like there's like another group where it's like they're really solid all around. Like McNeil, Bowie, CTJ. I don't think they have particular strengths. McNeil percussion. But they're so well rounded that they could just like a Mo Gene Johnson gets a 10 in percussion. Like that could throw a wrench in things. And then you have Westwood, the West Woodwinds.
The West Woodwinds.
Incredible. I think they should win Woodwinds if they
Make
don't.
drums. Make drums.
Yeah. Like
Oh
West-
my God.
It's going to be crazy.
I
So we're
remember talking after seeing that McNeil missed Waco finals, and we were like, you know what? It would be really funny if they just made state. After
they
that.
could, it's like wild. I do not know how to predict this contest.
Has Benio made state? They haven't, right?
No.
No.
This would be their first time.
We were close when I wrote for him. Anyway, so let's play a different game. Who wins each caption? Who wins woodwinds?
Westwood.
Who wins brass?
Dripping Springs.
Dripping.
Who wins percussion?
Cedar Ridge.
Cedar Ridge.
Who wins content and design?
It's,
oh wait, that's
I
not
don't
on there.
see
Sorry,
it.
that's not on there.
It would just be visual.
Visual,
Two
probably
visual
wins
judges.
Reagan.
Who wins visual?
Reagan.
Caption split across the board.
I love it. I love it. I mean, so at that point, those are the bands that are going.
There are two visual judges,
but you put them together, right?
Yeah, you put them together, but I don't think it's going to be a 1-1. I think there's going to be some like 1-3.
it'll average out to
It's going to be like a 1-3 or a 1-4.
Wow. Any other areas that are going to be a lot of fun to watch? I mean, they're all going to be fun.
I mean, Area J, with having a proper percussion judge there. Marcus has a pretty good chance at winning.
So who's Area J for those of us?
That is going to be Flower Mound, Marcus, and Hebron, and then whoever gets fourth, which could be any number of bands. It could be Prosper, it could be Wiley, it could be Bikini Boyd.
It could be Wiley East.
It could be Wiley East.
That'd be funny, wouldn't it?
All right, so in that area, I would
Waco
put Marcus winning drums. Easy. Who wins music?
Well, brass and woodwinds would probably...
who wins brass?
That would probably go to Hebron.
And woodwinds would go to brass too? Hebron also?
Yes, I think so.
Who wins visual?
Visual Flower Mound.
So caption split of sorts.
Yeah.
But not really.
Yeah. But I'm just really excited to see these results. I'm excited to be really mad at some of them too.
Well, I'm excited for directors to be really mad about them too. Because remember, for those of you that don't know how changes in UIL work, they're all director driven, and the directors vote on them. So you can't complain about the rules that you voted for. Like you wanted this. Now, what I also like, which is going to be frustrating,
I can't get away with having weak percussion.
And now, just like college football and NFL coaches, they're getting fired left to right. And this isn't going to happen in marching band, or is it? But if you make finals or don't make finals because of a certain caption, you can literally go up like, "Hey, man, we didn't make finals because of you." I know you wouldn't say it that way, but the reality is, you can see if a percussion section, and I'm a percussionist, so I'll just speak about percussion. You can see if you get 1 2 1 2 2 1 3 12th, like you see it, it's right there. And if you think I'm exaggerating about stuff like that, I might be exaggerating about the 12th. But how many state championships were decided because the percussion was not up to par with the rest of us?
Already like two.
I know. I was being facetious. I knew the answer to that. And so how many programs? I mean, there's a program that I'm thinking of that was relatively fine, and then percussion was dead last in state finals. So numbers don't lie. All right. Any other area surprises or things that we're looking forward to?
Shout out South Texas.
What do you call South Texas? The Valley or San Antonio?
It depends on like what you're talking about.
Well, what are you talking? That's why I want you.
I'm talking about the Area G.
Oh, okay, the Valley. I call it the Valley. Even though
it's like, is Laredo the Valley?
No, it's not. Yeah. So I guess okay.
Yeah. South Texas border. We can go with that. But even then, like Del Rio isn't in that area. But anyways,
right. How many are they taking this year? Because last year only took 2. Right.
They in 6A they had all 15 bands get a 1. Last year, 1 band got a 2, but they got a 1 this year.
Who was that?
United South.
Oh, okay.
So they're back to. I think they still took 3 last year because of bad judge rule.
I think you might be right because it was JBA, Hannah, and
judge rule.
PSJA.
I think so.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yes, I know that because a band that I wrote for was doing well in prelims and didn't get taken in finals, but that's fine. We'll fix them.
So they're for sure taking 3 now,
unless there's a bad judge.
I love.
And
bad
then also,
judge
if
rule.
you go down to 5A Area G, every single band got a 1 there as well.
Okay, so how many will come out of that area?
So 28. There's 28 bands.
Wow, so 5 bands. Is that that's?
I mean, that's the same that they got last year.
Okay,
but,
so that and besides Roma, who comes out of that area?
Harlingen South, probably the Sherryland schools.
Harlingen South, have they been making come out of state, or are we expecting them to now because they've gotten so good? Okay, so Roma, Harlingen South,
probably the Sherryland schools. Then that last spot could go to Lopez. It could go to, I think Porter made it last time. Gladys Porter.
Yeah.
Rio Grande City, James Pace.
Yeah.
That fifth spot I think is wide open, but if I would go ahead and guess Rio Grande City.
Okay.
At the moment.
Okay. All right. Any other area things? You look like you have a hot take to give Willie.
I'm interested to see what area is Vandy and Vista in? Is that
that's
H?
area H.
H? I'm interested to see how that's going to play out. Like who's going to win that one? Because Vista has beaten Vandy at area quite a bit, and then Vandy will just go and beat him at state. But with the new sheets, I'm wondering how that's going to play out.
Yeah, because I mean,
brass, woodwinds,
percussion. Mr. Ridge probably wins percussion.
Agreed.
Yeah,
I think Vandy wins visual.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, TMC.
Yeah, TMC, but
when Leander won auxiliary from seventh place, is that what we're talking about?
Yes.
Yes,
anyways,
that competition.
You never know. I'm also kind of
you never know the
interested-
show that should have won in 2005. Continue.
I'm also kind of interested in. I think third place is going to be Westlake. Fourth place, Lake Travis. However, I think a lot of the San Antonio bands are catching up. I think most recently it was Brandeis. They're not having as strong of a year this year as they have recently. However, I'm looking at bands like Taft, who had a really good finish at Vista Ridge. I don't know if something funny with the sheets could happen.
Is there a bad judge rule with the new sheets?
Yes, it is still that
It's
if I think it's top two, or if three judges give them
So because it would be brass, woodwinds, and percussion. So if two of the three music judges put them in state, right?
Yeah.
And then one of the visual judges, you have to have three of them, two music,
But
one
then
visual.
what if you have amazing brass, amazing woodwinds, but then your percussion stinks?
But if that's what keeps you out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
Ooh, man.
But you also have to have at least one visual judge. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow, that's a very deep look into the area contest.
oh wait, I wanted to say. one
Oh
more
my
thing.
gosh, that's
Sorry.
why I kept asking. What do you have?
Tomorrow we get the last Region 6, which is region contest.
Oh my gosh,
which is happening in Abilene. And if there are 2 4As there, Big Spring and Snyder, both of them recently have been getting ones.
Okay.
If they both get ones, 25 bands make region, which is be the first time that 4A area A. That's your Pecos. You got Canyon ISD, so Canyon, Randall, West Plains, all recent 5A state finalists.
And El Paso. Are there any 4As in El Paso? Not yet, he says. With
No one who's
twinkle of...
at the level to make state at the moment. However, yes.
Who are the
Not
two
yet.
programs? Hanks was 85 kids away from dropping to 4A last round, and the El Paso schools are getting smaller.
Isn't Bel Air, weren't they also close?
They might. I think they're a little 5A also. There was another school our West Texas friend had mentioned might drop down to 4A. Do you remember who that was? Because I don't. And we are about to get. This is the year.
Oh,
for
Lubbock Cooper.
Lubbock
Yeah.
Cooper.
That wasn't this. I think it's the
in
next,
2 cycles.
Yeah, 2 cycles.
But Hanks could drop down this next cycle, which would be for 2026, right? Because we reevaluate the schools every 2 years.
So that would shake up things for this
Area.
next season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would shake up 5A in Area A and 4A in Area A.
Oh my goodness.
Because that would mean, I mean, then now you have Hanks is a perennial state qualifier from Area A, 5A.
6A is going to be very fun next year.
I mean, and a 6A is going to be fun. Why? Because which band is going to be 6A next year? Cedar Park.
Cedar Park.
This is Cedar Park.
This is
Cedar Park. Anyway. All right. Is there anything else about UIL area, Aaron, before we wrap up the show? Because we've talked a lot.
I got to give a shout out to Connolly High School, not Pflugerville Connolly.
Oh, okay.
Or Austin Connolly. I guess they're it's an Austin
It
address.
is an Austin address.
Pflugerville ISD.
But not them.
Yeah, they're out of Waco.
Yes.
They got their first one since 2008.
Wow.
And a little context, like 2022, they got a 4. Then they had some staff switch ups. 2023, 2024, they got 2s. So they immediately showed like significant improvement. And now they got a 1. Not only they got straight 1s even. So.
Wow. Shout out to Waco Con. You know, now that you brought it up, I would like to shout out Estacado High School out of Lubbock, who for the first, this is wild, the first time in the history of their school, right? Like we're talking almost 58 years, 50 years, sorry, like 48 years, the first time they've ever gotten straight 1s, ever. And they have gotten a 1 only one other time before, but it was a 1-1-2, according to the release I think I saw. So that's got to be incredible because you would have to imagine if you're in that program, you're like, we're not getting a 1. We never get a 1.
And you get a 1.
And then they got a 1. Like they just, they literally made history for that school. So
yeah, Estacado, also a shout out to them. They used to be regulars at the Midland Regional. There's one time that Vista Ridge went and the kids saw like, oh, wow, it's a small band. And then they raised money for them to get like their own trailer.
Wait, who raised money for them?
Vista Ridge.
Like
the band.
Like Leander High School, Vista Ridge, Leander ISD rather, raised money for Estacado High School to get a trailer.
Yeah. And this was like back in 2019 or something.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Wait, awesome. Vista Ridge went to Midland? Did they win?
Yeah, they won Midland.
So was that their first time they ever won a regional? Is that their only regional win?
I think it might be.
That doesn't count. Wow. That's awesome. Well, good for Vista Ridge. You know what? I'll count half of that for them.
Wow. Shout out Vista Ridge.
Shout out to Vista Ridge. Shout out. Well,
I'm zoned for Vista Ridge. Not that I plan on having kids anytime soon. But yes, I am.
Both of these things are shocking to me.
I'm zoned for Vista Ridge.
Wow.
I think I'm closer to Cedar Park though. The high school. I'm like basically right in the middle.
Gotcha. I'm not sending my child to the school I'm zoned for. I won't mention it. But my child would go to McNeil because it's the second closest high school to my
Mavericks.
Go Mavs. Go Mavs. The Montoya Mavs is what we'll call them. Well, wow. Okay. Well, we'll save some of this for next time. Actually, I don't know if we're going to get to this next time because we might have a whole lot to talk about. We are in silly season now. We have area. We have Indy Super Regional. We have state marching contests. We have Grand Nationals. We have a lot. And in Texas, we have 2 weekends of area. Like right now we have the 2A, 4A, 6A area. And then we come back and we have 1A, 3A, 5A area. Wow. And then we also have these regionals taking place in California, in Utah, in Alaska. I believe they put one in Puerto Rico. So yeah, fantastic. I think Bad Bunny's the no, that's the Super Bowl. I'm sorry, I got confused. Wow. Anything for the good of the order, Willie?
Nothing right now.
Blackley? Oh my gosh. Thank you. Wow. Okay. Well, as always, we like to end our thing with a call for submissions. Now, we are getting your emails. I have been getting your emails and requests for topics. And I've had multiple people ask about the same topic. So I'm just going to say it right now. After Grand Nationals, I don't intend to stop this. Now, it doesn't mean we have to record every week, but I still want to get together and have discussions. And we will tackle the topic of should Grand Nationals rotate around the country? And I know everyone says just move it to Texas, but I have a thought. I'm going to present it, but it'll be presented earlier so that you can have time to respond. So we are going to tackle the Grand Nationals should move elsewhere. Spoiler alert, I agree, but not in the way you maybe think it should. So we will talk about that. But if you have other questions, topics that you want us to talk about, we will discuss them in due time. But we want to devote all the time we can to the recaps and This Weekend in Band and all that kind of stuff. We will get to it. Jeremy, we have your email. We will talk about the email you sent, and we have 3 or 4 other just sitting in there. There's not a shortage of things to talk about. But be sure to send it to us and let us know. Don't spoil anything, Willie. Don't spoil anything.
I won't say anything.
Okay, all right.
I forgot one thing.
Oh my God, it's about UIL area?
It's about, it was actually at a Region 32 on Wednesday night. A Vandegrift dad recognized me. I'm so sorry I did not get your name, but I know you're watching because you said you love watching our stuff.
Wow!
Shout out to you. Drop a comment, say your name, or so I know who you
got recognized. This is your first General Effect Media recognition.
I think so.
Wow, Willie, have you been recognized?
Nope.
Yet? No. Somebody please recognize Willie on the street. People go, "Hey, are you General Effect Media?" I go, I have a name. But I guess so. I
wore my gym hat to work today.
Oh, does it smell like brisket?
I don't know. I can't smell brisket anymore.
Oh, it's like when I used to work at the movie theater and popcorn. Like at some point, you're just like, ugh. Anyway, send us an email if you have questions, comments, concerns, story ideas, maybe some scores from your neck of the woods. Aaron's only one man. He can only watch so much band in any given day. And as usual, if you're looking to be a correspondent of some sort, maybe you want to give an update from your neck of the woods to steal that. Do y'all know that weather guy on Good Morning or whatever? It's like Today Show. It's like, here's what's going on in your neck of the woods. Doesn't matter. All you parents out there,
a lot of parents.
you know who I'm talking about. Put a comment in the comment section down below and let me know who is the weather guy before Al Roker. Anything else?
Oh, we have a top 15.
Oh my God!
Yes.
Oh
Yes,
my
top
God!
15.
What? I'm gonna have to cut all of that out. No. You know what? We'll just it doesn't matter. Oh my God. Okay. I'm so excited about this. The national top 15.
All right.
I was promised some fireworks earlier.
Yes.
And you know what? I know what it's going to be. I know what it's going to be because we saw what happened at a certain regional. So make my day. Let's go for it.
All right, number 15.
Oh,
Rouse.
all right.
Rouse House.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'll allow it.
14. Ronald Reagan.
It's so wild to see him that low, but I can't disagree with it.
13. The Woodlands.
Have we seen anything out of them?
Not since the homecoming incident when they lost music to Sci-Fair.
You know what? It's their own fault for not doing more
Yep.
shows. I'll you know what? Maybe it'll change after area. All right.
12, we have Mo and Gene Johnson.
Which is interesting because Joni Perez came from the Woodlands and now she's at Mo and Gene. Now you have them ranked higher than the Woodlands. I will allow it because Mo and Gene Johnson have my favorite show of the year so far. I'll say it. I'm not afraid to say it.
Great show.
Yep. Number 11. Vista Ridge.
Seems really low for someone you said could win Area H, but all right,
Well,
whatever.
it's because
It's area.
it's
Okay,
area.
whatever. You know, stand by your picks. It's okay.
In 10, we have
Yeah, oh my God!
Blue Springs.
Wow. So, I'm not a hater by any stretch, but y'all hyped that show up so much, and then
Yes,
I watch
I-
it and I go, oh.
I do want to talk about the show really
Yes.
quick because when I was hyping it up, all I really saw of it was just like this TikTok video.
TikTok dance. Did they do the
And
renegade?
it was like, no,
Not
they
yet.
did their show. And it was just the opener, and the opener is fantastic.
It's cool.
But after that, the best way I can describe it is this is gonna rub a lot of big band
Like
nerds.
big band, like jazz, big band. Oh, big band.
Yes,
people.
big
Okay.
band nerds.
Oh, nerds.
It reminds me of Jacob Collier.
Oh my God.
In that
He's the worst. Absolutely. The worst.
and I say this as a Jacob Collier fan.
I'm a hater.
A lot of his music is really bad
Yes, it is.
because he focuses too hard on trying to make something so artsy and so different
And show everyone
that
how
it
much
just
he knows.
loops around back into being slop. And like there's like moments of Blue Spring show, like especially visually.
Visually, the show I
it is a
think
masterpiece, but
fantastic.
musically, it's just it just kind of happens and like oh look, we have these solos that go on for way longer than any
It's
other
like
marching band.
60 to 70% soloist.
Yeah, and it
It's
just
insane.
completely messes up the flow. Like the pacing is all over the place. It like they only have like about 7 minutes on the field. They don't have their full show yet.
Right.
But
That
like it's
7 minutes feels like 4 minutes.
to me it feels like 4 minutes, but at the same time it also feels like 10 minutes just because the pacing is so jarring that it's disappointing to me because I thought like what they had going in the opener,
Right.
if they kept going with that throughout the whole thing,
Yeah.
like I would have loved this show.
Was that your totally skibbity show, or was it that gives you life, or what was? Well, y'all both
Everything.
said
I think I said
it was
it was
every.
everything.
Now,
I don't
now
remember.
remind me that they play a song, and I watched a video of it, and I was disappointed in the arrangement of that song. Do you remember what it was?
No.
I don't remember what it was either. I just remember not particularly liking the treatment of the source material. Okay, so that's got to be the biggest move. Or
No.
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
think it is.
Okay, so 10th, Blue Springs. All right, continue.
9th, we have Bentonville.
Benton.
Wait, were they ever in the
Bentonville.
top 15
No.
before this?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
we have a new player has entered the game. A new bombshell has entered the
And,
villain.
they haven't snuck in. They just
They
shot right
shot
up.
It's shot to. I can see. Don't move your paper, Willie. I need to be surprised. I can.
Oh,
thank
yes.
you. Thank you.
Yes, that's right.
9, Bentonville. All right. I'll allow it. I think they could be higher, but let's see.
Yeah, what I will say about Bentonville show, like earlier in the season, I saw early season clips of it. I was like, oh yeah, this is really good, but I wasn't blown away.
I didn't see any.
Then they lost visual to Jenks,
Right.
like I mentioned earlier. And I was like, okay, I don't know if this Bentonville has the same magic as when they went to Nationals last time. But now seeing it like at St. Louis, first time me seeing it with the uniforms in the high cam. Visual masterpiece. It is incredible.
It's some of the best use of double-sided uniforms I've ever seen.
Yeah, it is. It is an amazing show. They sound better than they ever have. Just the amount of improvement throughout the season they've shown is
It's
incredible.
so good.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
so good.
This is the way y'all sounded about a certain Missouri band earlier in the season. But all right.
Well, now we actually have results.
I
for
see.
both of those
and
bands.
I've actually seen the full, almost the full product.
Wow. Y'all just like
On
B
the field.
bands. Blue Springs, Broken Arrow, Bentonville, Hebron. All right, what's next?
8th, we have Tarpon Springs.
Even after the what they did at Orlando?
I think 8 and 7 are pretty back.
Let's hear who number 7 is.
7th, we have Carmel.
Wow, that's pretty low. Oh man,
it's
I
high.
didn't
The thing
get any
is,
emails last time. Oh, did it go up?
Yeah, they went.
Yeah,
up.
they went.
What were they last time?
8. I think that's also where.
But you literally just said 7 and 8 could.
Yeah, they could.
Yeah.
All right.
6, we have Vandegrift. What?
You know what? I'm debating it in my head because I see the visual prowess of Carmel, and then I hear the musical prowess of Vandegrift. I could see. I
think
I can allow
let's-
it. I can allow it.
5th, we have Broken Arrow.
Interesting.
Yep. And then 4th, we have Marcus. We didn't talk about it because it happened
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. But Prosper, they had like half a show and they
beat everyone by 2 points.
yes.
Is Marcus gonna
no, like it
surprise-
was like 5 points.
Is Marcus
It
going to
was 5
surprise
points?
everyone
I
and
thought
win
it was
state?
4 points. But like Marcus, like they have a great show. They're not even finished or they don't have the full thing on the field, and they're still beating Wakeland, who is a very good band in themselves, by like 4 points.
Oh yeah.
Where was
it
Marcus
4
before this?
We had them at 9.
So you have him at 4th. Wow. So you have I know how the first one's going to go. So you basically have 3 LISD bands in a row. All right. Who's next? Or
Number
do you?
3, we have Hebron.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I'll allow it. All right.
Second, Flower
Oh,
Mountain.
I thought you the look you gave me. I thought maybe you were ready to have Carl send me a message. Wow. And the number 1.
And then number 1, we have the Avon Marching Black and Gold.
Wow. What was the argument? Did you see someone's argument on Twitter or whatever? Oh, it was TikTok. Some guy called them the Avon Marching Band. And someone goes, I think you mean the Marching Black and Gold. And he, I guess, found instances of Chuck or Dan calling them the Avon Marching Band. He's like, got the receipts right here. But they also say, joining us from Avon, Ohio, please welcome the Avon Marching Band, right? Don't they say that, the Avon Marching Band?
They
And
say
then
Avon
they
Marching
say
Band.
the Marching Black and Gold. Then they give you their nickname, Avon, Indiana. I'm sorry, because there is an Avon, Ohio. So I'm not senile, all right? I'm not ready to be president.
Oh, is that not who we had at number 1?
You joke about that, but there was a program I used to write for in Ohio before they became the band that they are today. I was part of the foundation of that. Told you, I've been fired by a lot of great programs. Every staff member would do their predictions for who would make Grand Nationals, and one staff member always picked Avon, Ohio, because it never really clicked. So anyway, wow. Okay, did I miss anything that we're not going to push to another week? Sounds good.
We're good.
these rankings might switch up after this next weekend.
After area, are you going to allow area results to influence your?
Depends.
Depends on if they're just completely like
If they make
what's
sense.
going on.
If I agree with them.
Yes, if I agree with them, we'll consider them.
How presidential of you. I'm going to put you on the spot real quick because I think we've got a minute or so or two. I mean, we can make this as long as we want. Does Avon run the table? Are they? Do you foresee them? Let me ask a very specific question. Do they win the next 5 rounds of the BOAs they're attending?
Yeah.
My heart says no, but my brain says yes.
And you say yes. Wow.
I think if we want to talk about Grand Nats now, I do have a hot take.
A tiny bit of Grand
Yes.
Nats take.
So I mean, the top 3 in our rankings are going to Grand Nats: Avon, Flower Mound, Marcus. I think it is a caption split. I think Marcus takes music.
I'll allow it.
Flower Mound takes GE.
I will allow it.
Avon takes visual.
Yep.
But Avon wins it all.
I can see it. Oh gosh, I can see it. In the tightest, most highly contested Grand Nationals in history.
This is Grand Nats is going to be insane.
This is one of the greatest Nats.
Who's getting 12th at Grand Nationals?
It could be the
Dobbins-Bennett.
the bubble
Dobbins-Bennett.
between
The double?
the bubble between about 9th and 16th is really close.
Wow. So this is going to be the greatest finals Grand Nationals ever.
I don't know about ever. 2021? That was pretty stellar year. 2016, also an incredible year.
I think this is the best year show-wise in quite a bit of time.
I do think
like design-wise and how good the shows are.
Like I was saying, top 6 is going to be insane this year. All the bands have like a very, even if I'm not like completely on board with everything they're doing, they all have very unique show designs, and I love that diversity.
Hey, we can't talk about that anymore.
I'm sorry.
That's right. We don't do DEI anymore.
Then what are you doing here?
Wait, y'all are my diversity. What are you talking about? But that's pretty good.
You know what they mean, though. When they say DEI.
Oh man, it's just another way
You
for
should
them
know
to
better
not
than
say
us.
we know what they're trying to say.
Yeah.
You appreciate the diversity. That's right. We welcome diversity here, in case you haven't figured out.
But like I was saying, like, top 6 is going to be insane. Now Bentonville's looking like they're going to be top 6. And it's just like, okay, top 7 is going to be insane. And then like outside of that, you still have
Who would be 4th?
4th.
Well,
The Carmel Marching Greyhounds?
well, I don't.
think,
right now, I don't have.
I think it'd be
Marcus third. I don't have.
Well,
Marcus.
I have Marcus.
I want to hear Aaron's 4th. Who's 4th? Would you put the Carmel
Broken
Marching
Arrow.
Oh my God, we've forgotten Broken Arrow.
Yeah, like
Is Carmel getting 5th?
they could.
Bentonville's getting 6th. I'm going to say it right now.
I think.
Yeah, I could see Bentonville 6.
I think there's a chance that Carmel could get 6th.
I
don't. It's like this much, but I can maybe.
Why are you
see
being
it.
such a hater?
I guess I am a hater.
Why do you hate Carmel so much, William Bradfield?
Open your email inbox in about a day.
It'll
Whenever
be a
you get
text
this
message,
done.
or it'll be a Facebook message. Hey,
But I don't know.
remind me, how many Texas bands going to Grand Nationals?
6.
6 or 7. I think it's 6.
Is it 6?
You gotta, it's Flower Mound,
Spell it out.
Marcus,
Ronald Reagan,
Round
Rock,
Woodlands,
Woodlands,
Round Rock, Dripping Springs.
That's 6.
I feel like there's one more that I'm missing.
Is there-
I think that
Is there
might
a
be
master list of it? All right. To conclude this episode, since we are heavy into gem gambling, over under on the amount of Texas bands that makes Grand National Finals.
Oh shoot!
If there's 6,
Let me count.
If there's 6, what's the over under of Texas bands that makes Grand Nationals? I have my number.
Wait, hold on.
Over under? Yeah, I have my number.
On the count of 3, we all say it. I'll go 1, 2, 3. Then you say it. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
4.
We'll catch you on the next episode of the program.
Yep.